Notice how there's only a few people here, although it's lunch hour. What do you imagine that means? Most of the people here really like to work? Or maybe they really have to. It's probably a good thing that this place is so empty. Too many customers would be a bit overwhelming for you. Can also make it rather difficult to actually find out anything. I see. There are only 4 other people in the bar besides us, all of whom are men, and thrice my age, by the look of it. The 2 who seem to be customers are dressed in rather rough manner, like they've walked out of construction sites. I'm not the type to pride myself on appearance or anything, but I actually feel slightly embarrassed for them. They aren't the first in this world to look so deplorable, though, in fact, I would say they look fairly good by comparison. Most people I've seen look like they picked their outfits from a pile of rags. Thankfully for the other 2, both in uniform and very presentable, the waiter, or he's probably the waiter, looks rather spiffy, and the man behind the counter is quite cleanly dressed, so this world is not entirely hopeless. But enough about men in clothes. The wall behind the counter is far more interesting. There are 2 lengthy rows of widely varying bottles, some round, some square, and some outright peculiar. Admittedly, I am enticed. Only for a second, I assure you, after all. I have been told that alcohol tastes like piss. Well, I wouldn't know myself, I've never tried it. Wait, what? You've never tried? Yeah. What? You've never tried alcohol? You just tried to entice her to get some. No, piss. Oh. Well, yeah, okay then, yeah. It isn't the best until you get used to it. That aside, I've also been told that it makes you act like a twit, causes boils of forgetfulness, and slowly poisons your liver. That is true, to a point. Eventually, you become addicted to it. Not everyone does, but there's a possibility. Well, then why drink it? Some people enjoy losing control over themselves, and many love to forget. You'll see for yourself, and be able to form your own opinion soon. I would rather not. Honestly, I am more than fine with following the popular opinion. It is often correct, and has saved me a lot in the past. While my thoughts wander to say for days, the man who I believe is the waiter comes to our table. What can I get you? 2 beers, any brand you'd like. Coming right up. When he departs, I found myself curious about 2 things. Firstly, I have to drink 2 beers? No, 1 is for me. Why would you want to drink 1 as well? I'm one of the people who enjoy losing a bit of control over themselves. I would not peg them the sort. At any rate, the second thing... What's a brand, sir? Does that have anything to do with fire and iron? Pardon? Well, we used to brand cattle and other animals with a symbol that would associate them with their farmer, right? That is, if I remember my history. That was with fire and iron, so is this something similar? I'm not saying something stupid, am I? A little bit. It's a little odd. Is it how alcohol is made, perhaps? Are the ingredients burned in some way before they are they're officially beer? Maybe with some sort of spiritual symbol. They do call them spirits, after all. There must be a reason for that, right? Why isn't he saying anything? Yeah, I just see a look of disappointment on his face right now, just... Oh god, why? Or it has something to do with real spirits? Like, some sort of rite where each barrel is brewed in honor of someone who's died? I mean, I've read these places can be very strange, and... Am I close? You're getting further off the further you go. Please let me be close. No. You are not close. Crap, I should have shut up way earlier. Why did I ramble like that? Now I look like the fool. Honestly, though, I'm a little disappointed. Some fantasy would be nice. Winter, I'm starting to think that you've already gotten yourself drunk off the atmosphere. Oh, please. Here you go. The waiter returned, bearing 2 tall and thick tankers, foaming at the brim. Beer, right? I know more of vodka and wines. One is placed in front of Cyrus and the other in front of me. Enjoy. He leaves. I peek over my cup's lip and peer into its mouth. The beverage does not take kindly to my curiosity, bubbling and spitting at me. I withdraw from with the start. How intimidating. Sir, don't be such a baby, it won't kill you. There'll be much worse things you'll have to swallow than alcohol. Trust me. Oh, God. It sounds as though Cyrus is perfectly fine with bending over, should the situation demand it. Ingesting things like this? Ingesting things worse than this? Allow me to apologize, Cyrus, but I am not a wimp. I know where to draw the line. It's quite the opposite of weakness, really. It's strength. No one is going to be forcing me to do anything I don't agree to. That said, I did say I would drink some of this. Lifting the glass with both my hands, I gingerly tip it towards my lips, and take in a mouthful. Oh heavens, I do not want to drink this. I swish the liquid a bit, and as it mixes with my saliva, it seems nearly vicious, even. I want to retch. This is simply the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Atrocious. It bullies the back of my throat with a sizzling, no, a burning sensation that has spread throughout my entire oral cavity. The ordeal tastes less than 10 seconds before I stop thinking and just swallow it. Blah. Oh, come on. Goosebumps ripple across my skin and my eyes water. The beer drains down my esophagus, raising everything in its descent. This is disgusting. Cyrus proceeds to drain half of his glass with a speed rivaling my mother's, and an expression just as insensible. It amazes me that he can stomach it, and even more that he's willingly subjecting himself to it. Huh, this is pretty okay, actually. The best I've had in a while. You're joking. That was worse than what I imagined piss to taste like. And the sensation, everything about it, it's disgusting. Honestly, I find myself at a loss for words here. This beverage is just nasty. Finish that glass and we'll move along. I'm not finishing this. Do it. Do it. I mock him. Don't take that tone, just finish your glass. Finish my glass? I let my hands drop with gravity, my cup crashing onto the table. This is what you want me to finish? Then Cyrus, who I'm quickly losing respect for. I will drink this mug, and in fact finish it, if you do one thing for me in the future. Pardon? It isn't loud in here, Cyrus. I know that you heard me. Well then, what do you want me to do? Nothing now. The future is not now. Now is the present. The future is later, and I will tell you then. You're sure you're not drunk, Winter? Hush. Fine. You'll have it your way if you'll have it your way if you have mine, Winter Harrison. It is a deal we cannot break, sir. With that, I drained my glass in a matter of seconds, using a technique I have observed over the years. When I set it down, there's naught but suds. Cyrus is impressed. I am appalled. Oh, this is so nasty. I squeeze my eyes shut and let the wave of warm and trembling feelings wash over me. Mercy, Winter. That was something else. How are you feeling? I answered with a stare and a shiver. Really? I shake my head. Honestly, now that the wretched experience of an instant is over, I realize I was overreacting. While certainly vile, it doesn't seem to be immediately damaging. It looks like it will take more than one beer to impair my judgment. Either that or this stuff's effects are simply delayed. I'm fine, I think. You should be. Yes, I realize I might have spoken too soon, as I suddenly feel a bit as though I'm glowing. It's not a terrible feeling, and I seem to still be myself. All is in order. I don't feel much different at all. Give it some time. You didn't really drink too much anyway. There usually isn't a whole lot of alcohol in beer. Wonderful, both of my theories are true. Okay, so what now? Now we begin conversing. Cyrus discreetly points to a man in the corner. I'm going to talk to that man. You take the one at the counter. Try bringing up work and going from there. Oh, and of course, don't forget to keep where we're from and why we're here a secret. That's kind of a bartering chip. That kind of bartering chip shouldn't even be allowed to you kids. I'm going to talk to him alone? Well, yes. I think it would make him pretty uncomfortable to have both of us ganging up on him. Oh, I don't know about this. Don't worry, the bartender is right there. And I'm not far either. Nothing will happen to you. It's not that. I'm just not very good at talking to people. You're doing fine with me. You're my superior. Just go over there and give it a try. Fine. I get out of my seat and immediately yank the table's edge as the floor shifts. Oh no. My knees quiver with fear, and I firmly plant my feet, my heart thumping like I'm about to die. Gracious, what was that? Did something happen? Have we failed? Calm down, you're just a bit tipsy. Shut up. I pause. Tipsy? Oh, buzzed. Right, I'm just... Ah, crap. Just get over there. I surprise myself, briskly taking strides to the counter. I find the act curiously challenging and amusing. Each step I consider is rather silly in its shakiness, and I begin wondering about how people learn to walk at all. It is not how my thoughts usually go. I can't quite remember what I usually think about right now. I'm not drunk. I have an idea of what that is from looking, and this is not it. Ah, right. I am tipsy. Goodness, I'm unbalanced. I start slowing near the stools, and suddenly break out in a cold sweat. I'm not good with people. So what am I doing talking about to talk to a man? While I consider this, the order to stop is not processed physically. I sit down right next to the gentleman as if it's the most natural thing in the world, and we are the oldest of pals. Strong ties, bonds formed from years of manual labor at the piers. I wonder how much alcohol I actually drank. Enough of this. Engage the man by his eyes. Yes, like that. Like in the books. Lean forward and get a closer look, Winter Harrison. Oh, well, isn't he scruffy? Almost in an adorable way. His cheeks and chin are dashed all over with stubble. And his eyes are soft and caring. He vaguely reminds me of a father I knew that was not mine, but a classmate's. I open my mouth and mentally say hello, but the order is not again actually processed, so I just hang my jaw and stare. That's really awkward. He notices. Hello there, miss. Hello. It is all I can do to say this. I fail to keep his attention. His eyes return to the television above the bar. Television, that's right. They have that here. It seems to be a sports channel that he's watching, not that I know which. I only know it is a sport as there is a ball, there are people, and both are on the field. Ah, and it seems to involve only sculpted men. A particularly intimate sport. Wait, I'm overthinking it. Though I do believe that most sports have a peculiar and exciting kind of subtext, this one, I think, I could particularly like to watch. You're a little young to be here, aren't you? Yes, I am. I'm 14, I should not be here. I should not be drinking beer. Oh wow, she's only 14? I thought she was a little older than that, like maybe 17. I'm here with my uncle. My dad would never bring me here. My uncle? Well, my uncle is here, brought me here while he's on a break. Right, mention Mark. Where is he? I point to Cyrus, who is now talking amiably with the man in the corner. Goodness, such fast friends. He's the younger, ornery-looking person. The old man chuckles, and I smile as though I made a joke. Interesting word choice, girl. I read books. That's so. It is so. Very much so. I read a lot. Seems suspicious now. Like, is he celebrating the good news? Maybe. What's there news? Ah. Do you mean the minimum wage increase, sir? Yes, great news, isn't it? He grins. I mirror him. It is, I'm glad. You working yet? This, yes. It is work that I'm doing, granted unpaid, I am learning. Yes, I just started a little while ago. I see. Well, welcome to the workforce, young miss. Have you gotten your first paycheck yet? No, not yet. And my name's Winter. That should have been 2 sentences. Nice to meet you, Winter. I'm David. I've stopped speaking. I don't know why. It's almost as though I don't, anything I say won't make any sense. So I've shut up. He does not speak either. The quietness is getting to me. Is there something I can say? Anything? What can I say? No, I'm lost. This is a terrible feeling, like I'm drowning in air. Think. There must be something. What? You okay? Huh? Oh no, I'm panicking. He could tell. This is bad. That's bad. Is this because of the alcohol? It must be the alcohol. Yeah. Speak. What do you do? Like, for work, I mean. You know, help out at the wharf, head down to the mines, fit auto parts. That's amazing. Huh, amazing? No. When you get older, you'll have to run multiple jobs, too. Just about the only way to survive these days. How about you? What do you do? Oh, crap, what do I do? Oh, why haven't I thought of something first? Stupid. I shut my eyes for a second and gave a quick shake of my head. What do I do? Well, I guess I could technically be considered, I'm a consoler. A counselor? Yes. Huh? Please let that be an acceptable job. Doesn't really seem like something that would suit you. No offense or anything. I didn't really choose it. He gives me a somber nod of recognition. Yeah, you gotta take what you're given. Yes. I suddenly feel miserable. I decide to lean onto the counter. I rest my head, letting the fluff of my hair and sleeves serve as a pillow, and I look away from David. That's right. I didn't choose it. I didn't choose anything. As decisions come around, I sat on my hands thinking. I don't know. Thinking that something would come to me. In a sense, I suppose that if something did, but it wasn't in the usual way. Everyone else knew what they wanted to do after secondary school, and I was stuck on the path of a freighter. A step away from a leech. I couldn't pick a specialty school. I didn't know what I wanted. School Mediatorum, huh? What is this school? Why had I never heard of it? Yet, somehow my parents weren't surprised by the name. Why was I chosen? What's more, how? I never replied to this thing. So, why did I even accept to go? I guess I was just happy that something had found me. And the system always knows best. I mean, it's not as though I dislike it. I find the classwork and the homework more than bearable. And my first shadowing went okay enough. But is this what I am? Is this what I'm meant to do? Oh, this is stupid. What am I thinking? The oligarchy is infallible. They never make mistakes. Therefore, this must be what's right for me. Even if everything is totally weird. Keckle? What's my issue? This is better than what I would have this is better than what would have happened. When did I start caring about so much about my direction? Wait, what am I thinking? I'm supposed to care about that. Still, why should I? How should I know the way to forge my life's path when I'm just 14? I don't even know what I'll be like in 8 years. I shouldn't have to care about this now. No, this is really messed up. I'm so messed up. Hey, don't get like that. I'm sorry I brought it up. Can I get you something to drink? I turned to glance at David, my nose tip brushing against the cloth and sending a tingle across my face. Seeing him, I remember again. I'm in another world. As if they didn't have enough worries back home, and I have a whole new world to worry about here. Another world which I had never heard of, but I'm supposed to believe it's real? Just because things are here right in front of my eyes? So much strange stuff has happened to me that maybe I could just be dreaming. Is this man even real? Is he really there? Maybe he isn't. I've read that there are illusions. Would I prefer an illusion? Would I prefer this to be a dream? Maybe some sort of virtual reality. The whole idea is so ridiculous. What's worst of all, I find myself rather on the fence about his offer for a second drink. It would not be bad, actually, to forget who I am for a little while, perhaps longer. It would be natural. No, it would also be dangerous. I force the darker notions aside, steady the course. I draw my head near the nest of my arms, hair curling over fingers. I bring myself up, countenance solemn. No, I think I've had enough. Suit yourself. I will. I look at David. Alright, what's next? I need to figure out the root of the problem. It usually has something to do with the troubles of people, right? I'll just be forward then. Has anything been troubling you lately? Nothing more than usual, I suppose. I'm just here to commemorate the occasion. The wage hike takes a major load off. Though it's really too bad that we're still under Gabriel's boot. You know, I bet they let the bill pass just to avoid revolt. They don't give a shit about us. Gabriel, that's not this country. Wasn't that, the mother country, correct? I think that Brighton shouldn't be, a colony of theirs anymore. It was labeled as independent in the dossier. I need to know more. How might I ask properly? What about the, president? He seems to be working for us. He does, right? You know it doesn't matter. He's just a figurehead. He can't do anything without Gabriel's approval. Couldn't even raise the military to defend against Ferdia? I don't know how to pronounce that without kicking up a fuss. Ferdia. Maybe the H is silent. Ferdia? I guess I'm just gonna go with it silent. Hell, it took 6 months before they even let him train a single soldier. I'll give them some credit though. They quit crying about it and have been fighting us rightly ever since. Probably realized that if Ferdia took us over, they'd lose their workhouse.